My neighbor was telling me that like she came one time last summer. Almost before that, like schools. I heard that maybe it was something I'm like, yeah, I'm looking for it. In the car, you know, wicked clothes. But what I'm talking about that is, yeah, you can walk them down the, really scary. Yeah. Or I find these meadows and they go by and it's busy. Yeah, we are my lucky spot too, because we go out when you're high. Yeah, they go all the way out to go to the park. Yeah. I love that little dog. You water for your dog.
So let's get this straight.
Safe from Concordia.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna go with the.
It's an outdoor state. I think they say it's a month of the year.
Good morning and namaste. If you haven't met me before, my name is Dan. I'm glad you're joining us. You may find a block useful today. There's a great tub over near the windows. You also may find a scrap useful. chair over in the box that has avocados on it next to the mats. This is an all-level yoga class, so I'll offer some different options throughout. Usually I'll start with the more accessible version of a pose and then tell you how to make that more fun if you'd like to go there. That being said, don't feel like you have to go into any pose at all if it's not landing in your body today. You know your body better than I do. You're always welcome to do something you know from a previous yoga experience or from something earlier in class instead, if that is better for you. Let's see. Today is Monday. I usually keep Mondays slow and stretchy, and Wednesdays are a little bit more athletic and vinyasa flow style. So, today we're going to be slow and stretchy. We're going to actually start on our backs with your knees bent. So your feet are about halfway out from you. Bring your hands to your chest or your ribs. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, whisper ah. Notice the movement in your ribs and chest as you inhale and exhale. Bring your attention up to the crown of your head, all the way at the top. And work your way down through your spine, all the way down to your tailbone. Bring both those points on your body into your mind's eye, into your awareness. As you exhale, allow length between those 2 points, lengthening your spine. And bring your attention over to your right shoulder, out at the point where your collarbone and your shoulder blade meet your upper arm bone. Bring your attention down and across through your body to your left hip, where your left upper leg bone comes into the pelvis. Both points into your mind's eye. On your exhales, allow length between 2 points. Lengthening and broadening across your body. You bring your attention up to your left shoulder, where your upper arm bone meets your shoulder blade and your collarbone. Bring your attention down and cross across your body to your right hip, where your upper right leg comes in to meet your pelvis. Have both points in your awareness. Allow lengthening away from each other. Lengthen your spine and broaden your chest. Finally, bring all 3 lines into your awareness. Crown of the head to tailbone, right shoulder to left hip, left shoulder to right hip. Look for length as you exhale. along your spine, breath across your chest. On an exhale, begin to slide your right foot all the way out, slide your heel along the mat. Inhale, bend your right knee, bring your heel in close to you. Exhale, slide your left foot all the way out. Inhale, slide your heel back. Continue your heel slides with your breath at your own pace. Exhale to lengthen. Inhale to return. Finish up a heel slide on your left side. Then work your feet mat width apart. On your next exhale, bend your right knee down towards your left ankle. Inhale and return. Exhale, bend your left knee down towards your right ankle. Inhale and return. Continue your knee bends, rotating your hips with your breath at your own pace. Finish up a knee bend on your left side. Bring your feet back together. Inhale, lift your right foot, cross your right ankle over your left knee. Reach your right hand between your legs, your left hand to the outside. Clasp your fingers around the front of your left thigh, your left shin, or the back of your left thigh. Pull your legs in towards you. For more of a stretch in your right hip, press out with your right elbow on the inside of your right thigh. Option to add some small circles from your left knee. This is an alternative posed pigeon. If you ever find pigeon to be a stressful pose for you. Exhale, release your left foot down to the mat. Walk into the outside, left side of your mat. Slide your right knee down to stack on top of your left. And on an exhale, release your legs down towards your midline, using your right leg as a weight on your left. Looking for a stretch in your left front hip. Exhale and release, and return your feet to the mat. Inhale, lift your left foot, cross your left ankle over your right leg. Reach your left hand between your legs, your right hand to the outside. Clasp your fingers around the front of your shin or back of your right thigh, and pull your legs towards you. More of a stretch in your left outer hip, press out on the inside of your left thigh with your left elbow. Option to add some circles from your right knee. And some different sensations in your left hip. release your right foot down to the mat. Work your right foot to the outside of your mat. Slide your left knee down to stack on top of your right. And on an exhale, release both of your legs down towards your midline. Using your left leg as a weight on your right, looking for a stretch in your right front hip. Exhale, release, and return your feet to the mat. On your next inhale, straighten your knees and send the soles of your feet up towards the ceiling. Option, bring your hands to the back of your thighs for a more accessible version of this. Exhale, point your toes up towards the ceiling. Inhale, point your toes down towards your face from your ankles. Continue your movements with your own breath. Switch to making circles with your feet on your ankles. Change directions with your circles. Bend your knees to 90 degrees. Ankles to 90 degrees and hips to 90 degrees, as if you're in a chair on your back. Exhale, tap your right heel down to the mat. Inhale and return. Exhale, tap your left heel. Inhale and return. Continue your heel taps with your breath at your own pace. Finish up on your left side. Exhale, release your feet to the mat. Straighten your knees all the way. Inhale, bring your arms up past your ears. And on your next exhale, sit up and touch your toes. Always an option to do this with a strap around your feet. Exhale, release. Inhale and sit up. Find your block. We're going to do a block-assisted fish. If you'd like a deeper back bend, go for your second highest setting. If you'd like a less of a back bend, go for your lowest setting. Bring it behind your seat so that as you're leaning back, it's coming in between your shoulder blades and your tailbone. Bend your knees. Work your way back onto your elbows. And then open your arms out wide, release your head back. Option to bring your feet together and lift your feet off the ground. A little bit of an ab workout, either parallel to the ground or straighten your knees. Exhale, release your feet down to the ground, straighten your legs, work your way up onto your elbows. And then inhale, sit up, bring your arms overhead. Exhale, stretch down towards your toes. Always an option to use a strap here. Exhale, release. Inhale and sit up. Return to fish. So bend your knees. You're welcome to do this with the block as we just did. If you'd like something a little bit more active, place the block to the side. Work your way back onto your elbows. Broaden your chest, look up towards the ceiling, release your head back. And then lift your feet. Exhale, and release your feet down to the mat, straighten your knees. Inhale, sit up, bring your arms overhead. Exhale, stretch down towards your toes. Exhale, release. Inhale and sit up. You're welcome to return to either version of fish. If you'd like something a little bit more active, we'll come into an upward facing plank. Do that, bring your hands behind you, fingers pointing forwards, thumb pointing in. Bring your feet together. And on your next inhale, lift your hips and release your head back. Exhale, release, return to a seated position. Inhale, bring your arms overhead. Exhale, stretch down towards your toes. Exhale, release. Inhale and sit up. Extend your right leg out in front of you. Bring the sole of your left foot into your inner left thigh. Place your left hand behind you and to the left. Inhale, reach your right arm up and back past your right ear. Walk onto your knee. Find a stretch on your right side. Exhale, take a seat. And stretch towards your right toes. Always an option to use a strap here. Exhale, release. And sit up. Switch your feet. Bring the sole of your right foot into your inner left thigh. Place your right hand behind you and to the right. Inhale, reach your left hand back past your ear. Lift your hips. Find a stretch on your left side. And look up towards the ceiling past your arm. Exhale, take a seat and stretch towards your left toes. Always an option to use a strap here. Exhale, release. Inhale and sit up. Work your way into a tabletop position. Bring your shoulders over your hands, your hips over your knees. Spread your fingers and engage your fingertips into the mat. Exhale, arch your back like a cat, tuck your chin, look towards your knees. Inhale, release your belly, look forward, broaden your chest, cow. Continue cat-cow with your breath at your own pace. We'll do 5 of each position, and then meet with a neutral back. If you find this position difficult for your wrists, you're always welcome to come up onto your knuckles. And meet with a neutral back. Inhale, lift your right arm out and up towards the ceiling. Exhale, thread the needle, bring your right elbow next to your left knee. Look up underneath your left arm, come to the back of your head, and work your left hand forward. Thread the needle. For more of a stretch in your left neck and shoulder, press your right neck and shoulder. Press your right elbow down into the mat. Left hand underneath your left shoulder. Inhale, open up to the right, lift your right arm, lift your right leg, and move your left knee in. Side plank. If you'd like to add a little balance to this, lift your right foot. And the final option is to bend your right knee, find your right ankle with your right hands, and come into a back bend. If you're in the back bend, inhale, open up. Everyone, exhale, and return to a tabletop position. Bring your big toes together, spread your knees mat width apart. Exhale, send your hips to your heels, and release your forehead down towards the mat, child's pose. Allow your lower back to expand on your inhales. And release. Exhale, return to the tabletop position. Inhale, lift your left hand out and up towards the ceiling. Exhale, thread the needle, bring your left elbow next to your right knee. Look up underneath past your right arm, come to the back of your head, with your right hand forward. For more of a stretch in your left neck and shoulder, press your left elbow down into the mat. Bring your right hand underneath your right shoulder. Inhale, open up your left, lift your left arm and left leg. Move your right knee in. Come into a side plank. Option to lift your left foot off of the ground for a little bit more balance. The final option is to bend your left knee and come into a back bend. If you're in the back bend, inhale, open up. Everyone, exhale and return to a tabletop position. Bring your knees together, engage your toes into the mat. And send your hips back to your heels and come up into a toe squat. You're welcome to remain forward if this is intense for you. And for some distraction, inhale, reach your arms up and forward. Exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, cactus. Broaden your shoulders. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, release, and kick it out. Return to a tabletop position. Inhale, lift your right leg back and out. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands. Option to bring the blanket underneath your left knee. Inhale, lift your arms up and forward. Sink your hips down and forward. Find a little back bend. Look up towards the ceiling. Exhale, straighten your right knee, send your hips back. Bow your head down and lift your right foot, your right toes towards the ceiling. We'll do one motion, one breath between these two positions. Inhale, come forward, reach up. Exhale, bow your head, straighten your knee. Inhale, come forward, reach up. Exhale, bow your head, straighten your knee. Inhale, come forward, reach up. Exhale, bow your head, straighten your knee. Inhale, come forward, bring your hands together into prayer. Twist to your right, bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Option to open your hands and increase your twist. Exhale, frame your front foot with your hands. Inhale, lift your right leg back and out. Exhale, return to a tabletop position. Inhale, look past your right shoulder towards your right heel, send your hips to the left. Exhale, return to center. Inhale, look over your left shoulder towards your left heel, shift your hips to the right. Exhale, return to center. Continue side tap with your breath at your own pace. We'll do 5 of each position and then meet with a neutral back. Finish up on your left side. And return to a tabletop position with the neutral back. Inhale, lift your left leg back and out. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands. Option to bring a blanket underneath your right knee. Inhale, lift your arms up and forward. Sink your hips down and forward. Look up towards the ceiling, find a little back bend. Exhale, straighten your left knee, shift your hips back, bow your head down towards your knee and point your left toes up towards the ceiling. We'll do one motion, one breath between these two positions. Look to go further with each time. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, bow your head, straighten. Inhale, come forward, reach up. Exhale. Bow your head, straighten your knee. Inhale, come forward, reach up. Exhale, bow your head, straighten your knee. Inhale, come forward, bring your hands together into prayer. Twist to your left, bring your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Look up towards the ceiling. Option to open your hands and increase your twist. Exhale, frame your front foot with your hands. Inhale, lift your left leg back and out. Exhale, release your left knee next to your right. Inhale. Turn your toes over, send your hips back and up. And come into downward facing dog. Walking dog. Inhale, look between your hands. Exhale, walk to your hands. Inhale, lift up halfway, bring your hands to your shins, work your feet back width apart. Point your toes away from each other. And on an exhale, come down into a yoga squat with your hands together in prayer between your knees. Shine your heart forward, sink your hips down. Exhale, release your hands to the mat. Inhale, straighten your knees, work your feet back together, hip width apart. Exhale, release into a forward fold. Find your elbows with your hands. A little side to side motion in ragdoll. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, rise up all the way, bring your arms out and up. Exhale, release your hands to heart center. Center your weight over the arches of your feet. Find an active stance by unlocking your knees and hips. Shift your weight over your right foot. Strengthen through your right leg. On your next inhale, come into tree by lifting your left foot into kickstand onto your inner calf, or above your knee joint onto your inner thigh. Bring your hands either into prayer, or grow your tree. Find a point in the room that's not moving and let your gaze rest on that point. Exhale and release. Walk it out. And center your weight over the arches of your feet. Find an active stance. By unlocking your hips and knees, shift your weight over your left foot. Strengthen through your left leg and core. Inhale, lift your right foot into kickstand. On your inner calf or onto your inner thigh. Hands either in prayer or up towards the ceiling. Point in the room to rest your gaze. And release your jaw. Exhale and release. We're going to come into eagle. Option to use a block for assistance on this. For your crossed foot. If you're using a block, place it on the outside of your right foot. And on an exhale, bend your knees, shift your hips back, come into a little bit of a chair. Shift your weight over your right foot. Inhale, lift your left leg up and over. Cross it over, find that block, or bring it behind your right ankle. Inhale, open your arms out wide. Exhale, cross your elbows in front of you. Either give yourself a big hug or twist your forearms into eagle arms. Remember which elbow's on top. You can go to the other one next time. The more you come into a chair, the easier it is to get that leg up and over. Exhale and release. Take a moment to walk it out. If you're using your block, switch it to the outside of your left foot. And on an exhale, bend your knees and hips. Come into a little bit of a chair. Inhale, lift your right leg up and over. Shift over onto your left foot. Find that block or bring it behind your ankle. arms wide. Exhale, cross your elbows. Give yourself a big hug or twist your forearms into eagle arms. Exhale and release. Come back to the top of your mat. Find a hip width stance. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up. Exhale, come down into a forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, work your feet mat apart, put your toes away from each other. Exhale, release down into a yoga squat. Exhale, release your hands down to the mat. Inhale, straighten your knees. Bring your feet back a hip width apart. Plant your hands and step back into a plank. Option to come to your knees as we come down through chaturanga. Inhale, send your heart forward into a cobra. Or option to straighten your elbows onto the tops of your toes into a upward facing dog. Exhale, send your hips back and up, turn your toes over. Downward facing dog. Walk your dog. And then exhale, release into a tabletop position. Work your way into a seated position. Straighten your left leg all the way out. And cross your right ankle to the outside of your left knee. Place your right hand behind you and turn to look over your right shoulder. Bring your right leg across using your left elbow. Look for equal weight in your hips. Find a stretch in your right hip. If you'd like to increase this stretch, option to bend your left knee. Bring the sole of your left foot to face backwards next to your right hip. And return to your twist. Again, look for equal weight in your hips. Exhale and release. Switch sides. Straighten your left leg. Your right leg. Cross your left ankle to the outside of your right leg. Bring your left hand behind you. Bring that leg across using your right elbow over your left shoulder towards the back of the room. And find equal weight in your hips. If you'd like to increase this stretch, option to bend your right knee. Bring the sole of your right foot to the outside of your left hip, pointing back towards the back of the room. And then return to your twist. Again, looking for equal weight in your hips going down into the mat. Exhale and release. Have your block accessible to you. Work your way down onto your back. Bring your block up near your shoulders, a little above your shoulders. And then also grab your strap. Straighten your legs. Inhale. Lift your right foot. Find the outside of your right foot with your right hand. Turn the sole of your foot up towards the ceiling and pull down with a half happy baby. Engage your left quad for more of a stretch across your groin. You can always do this with your hand on the back of your right thigh instead. Bring your strap around the bottom of your right foot. find a stretch on the back of your right thigh. Resist that stretch. As if you're trying to put your heel down to the floor. Hold with that resistance for 2 breaths. On your second exhale, release your resistance and look for a deeper stretch. Bringing your toe somewhat closer to your face. Release your left hand from the strap and reach it out to your left. On an exhale, begin to lower your right leg down and out to the right until it hovers above the mat, above the floor. Continue to engage your left quad. Keep your hips even on the mat. Inhale. Turn your right leg to center. Switch your hands on the strap. Reach your right hand up to the right. Exhale. Lower your right leg down and across to the left until it's hovering above the floor. Turn your head to look at your right hand. Find a twist in your spine from your tailbone up through your neck. Ensure your right shoulder stays on the mat. Inhale, return your right leg to center. Exhale, bend your right knee. Find the outside of your right foot with your right hand. Turn the sole of your foot up towards the ceiling and return to half happy baby. Inhale, lift your left foot. Find the outside of your left foot with your left hand. Turn the sole of your foot up towards the ceiling and pull down into full happy baby. Engage your lower abdominals to flatten your lumbar spine down to the mat. Always an option to have your hands on the back of your thighs. Or if you'd like to release the soles of your feet together and pull down from your outer edges, you're welcome to do that as well. Exhale, release your right leg all the way out. Engage your right quad for more of a stretch across your groin. Half happy baby on the left. Find your strap. Bring it around the bottom of your left foot. Next, exhale, straighten your left knee. You find a stretch on the back of your left thigh. Resist the stretch as if you're trying to put your left heel down to the floor and hold for 2 breaths. On your second exhale, release your resistance and look for a deeper stretch by bringing your left toes closer to your face. And hold. Release your right hand from the strap, reach it out to the right. Exhale, begin to lower your left leg down and out to the left until it hovers above the floor. Continue to engage your right quad to keep even weight in your hips. the center. Switch your hands on the scrap. Reach your left hand out to the left. Exhale. Bring your left leg down and across to the right. Turn your head to look at your left hand. Find a twist in your spine through your tailbone up through your neck. It's more important to keep your left shoulder on the mat and bring that left leg far across. Inhale, return your left leg to center. Exhale, bend your left knee and return to a half happy baby on the left. And set your strap off to the side. Exhale, release your left foot down to the mat. Keep your knee bent. Inhale, bend your right knee and bring your right foot next to your left. Find your block. Inhale, lift your hips, place your block underneath your hips. Exhale, release down onto the block. Inhale, lift your legs into legs of the wall. Always an option to have your hands on the back of your thighs for a more accessible version. You're welcome to find any movement from your ankles, knees, or hips as your body's asking for it. Exhale, release your feet down to the mat. Inhale, lift your hips, remove the block. Exhale, release your hips down to the mat. Inhale, bring your knees in towards your chest. Find some circles going in both directions to massage your lower back. When you're ready, begin to work your way down into Shavasana. Release your legs all the way out. Allow your toes to point away from each other. Turn the palms of your hands up towards the ceiling. Tuck your shoulder blades together down the center of your spine. Reappoint yourself with your breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, sigh. Shut your eyes, focus your eyes if that's safe for you. And allow yourself to release tension as you exhale. Allow your shoulders to melt down towards the mat, broadening your chest. Soften your throat. Release your jaw and tongue. Allow the circles around your eyes to widen. respect to the room. Take your time. We'll meet in a seated position. Thank you for joining me today in this group experience. The light in me sees and respects the light in each and every one of you.